Are you ready to build this wardrobe collection? Haven't you seen my lookbook all week? Well, guess what? It only takes 10 to 11 items in order for you to build this collection. So, before we get started, I need you to go get 4 pairs of shoes, 3 tops, 1 skirt, 1 dress, and 2 pairs of pants. Let's go ahead and build this collection. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Rochelle from Rochelle.Handmade.Designs, and in this video I am finally giving you that pattern review for my lookbook, which was a collaboration for the Teacher's Edition with Sarah from Learning So Much on Instagram. Now before we get started, go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe button, and also turn on the notification bell so you are notified every time I upload a new video. And if you are new to the channel, welcome. Hello, ciao, guten tag, aloha, hola, konnichiwa, wagwan, bonjour. You know what to do. Go get your coffee, tea, hot chocolate, whatever you want to drink, and come chill along with me. And if you have not subscribed, do me a favor. Go ahead and subscribe, hit that notification bell so you are notified every time I upload a new video. All right, so let's go ahead and get right on into this pattern description, starting with the pattern, of course. So, I know I've been giving you guys a sneak peek all week of everything that I put together for this lookbook. But the pattern is good old Mimi G, Simplicity 8749, which is a good business jacket and pants. So, now let's go ahead and talk about the pattern description. So the pattern description for this pattern for Simplicity 8747, it is a missus jacket in 2 length. It also has pants with the cutout V in the back, and then you have the ankle slits on the side. That is the pattern description for Simplicity 8749. Let's talk about the skill level. So the skill level for this pattern is average. Do I feel that it's average? Absolutely. This is not an easy to sew pattern. This is not a quick and easy pattern at all. This is for those who has a lot of sewing experience. That's why it's rated as average, because you will have to do some lining. You will have to do quite a bit of things, you know, for the pants, like front fly as well. So yes, I do agree that this is an average to sew pattern. Let's talk about notions used. So for the jacket, you just need 1 button, and I use a 1-inch button, I believe. And then for the pants, you just need a exposed zipper. I used the longer zipper. I think my zipper was actually like a 22-inch, but who cares, because I could cut it. Okay, so I did cut it in order to get it to the size that I need. But that's the only notions that you will need in order to construct both the jacket and the pants. Let's talk about fabric used. So the fabric used for this pattern, I use a linen fabric. It is a actual linen blend that I picked up from fabric.com a couple of years ago. I picked up 10 yards and I used majority of it. I want to say I used about 8 yards of this linen fabric for 2 reasons. So normally linen is about 54 inches. I believe this linen was about 50 inches, right? And the pattern, being that I cut both the jacket and the pants, it just seems like it was too short. So I used majority of the fabric. I'm going to pick up some more. I will put up the link of where I purchased the fabric from, which was fabric.com. So if you want some, it's still available and you can still pick up some yourself. All right, so let's talk about pattern pieces. So listen, you guys, don't kill me. Don't kill me. Don't kill me. The pattern pieces was 21 pieces. Hold on, let me catch my breath. 21 pieces. Yes, I said it. 21 pieces. And majority of those pieces is for the jacket. I believe the jacket was, I want to say 14 to 15 pieces. And then the pants was another, I want to say probably 7 pieces, 6 to 7 pieces. But the jacket is a good pattern, like period. Both the jacket and the pants are a good pattern, but you only want to basically sew this pattern if you're doing it for a business. You don't want to just be doing it for if you go be out in those streets or anything. It's not for that. It's for if you are going to sew this up for something that you have that's, you know, business. I did this for Teacher's Edition simply because I did have the right fabric for it, as well as I knew I wanted to do it as like a business dress up look. So that's why I went ahead and did it. But it's 21 pattern pieces. Let's talk about pattern sizing. So for this pattern, it comes in 2 pattern envelopes. You have 10 to 18 on one envelope and then 20W to 28W on the second envelope. The size that I cut for the jacket was a size 14, and then I had to size up at the hips because, listen, your girl is super thicky. For the jacket, a size 14 says that it's a 40-inch hip, and my jacket is like a 48. Okay, I just sized up the hips to a 48, and basically what I did is I just graded from the waist out to the hips like I normally do, nothing different. For the pants, I cut a size 18. So going back to the jacket, I cut a size 14, and the measurements for my jacket is a 43 bust, a 36 waist, and a 48 hip, just so you know. So I did size up a little bit at the waist, I believe. No, I did not size up at the waist. The waist measurement was as is. I did not size up at the waist, but I only sized up at the hips for the jacket. For the pants, I basically just sewn it straight out the package. I did not make any modifications other than the hip. I did size it up because the size 18 is a 44-inch hip. So I did size up, adding about 1.5 inches at both back, front and back, at the side seams for the hips, but I did not size up the waist or anything. I actually feel that because linen grows as you wear it, I did not need to do any of that because it kind of seemed like it was a little bit bigger every time I put the pants on to wear them to take photos, and you'll see that here in the photos here shortly. But yeah, that is the pattern sizing for this pattern. Let's talk about modifications. Did I make any modifications? Let me go back one. The size that I cut was a size 14 for the jacket and a size 18 for the pants. Let's talk about modifications. Did I make any modifications to this jacket or the pants? Absolutely not. Where would I make modifications? Because the only thing that I did different was use a different type of lining, which I'll get to here in a second on lining, okay? But no, I didn't make any modifications. Did I find the instructions easy to follow? To be honest, I looked at the instructions, followed along with the video a little bit, looked at the instructions a little bit more. So I did not physically completely look at the instructions because I was trying to do what I knew I needed to do and look at the video when I had time. So what I've seen in the instructions, they are easy to follow, but the video is easy to follow too, okay? So yes, the instructions are easy to follow, but Mimi G does have a video and it's easy to follow along with the video as well. All right, so let's talk about, did it look like the photos or the drawing on the pattern envelope? Absolutely. I feel that when I paired this so many ways. Actually, you guys are only seeing 7 different ways that I paired this whole lookbook, but I actually have about 15 looks, okay? Like, I'm only showing you guys 7 to keep this condensed. I may show the other looks sometime later on because I think I took about over 200 photos. I'm serious. I'm so serious. Because I'm still going through photos to see which ones I want to pick, but this was for only 7 days, so I want to keep it to 7 days and not like 2 weeks. But I will show you how I built a wardrobe for a 2-week vacation at a later time, just not in this video. All right, let's talk about likes and dislikes. All right, so dislikes. Let's talk about dislikes first. There's no dislikes for the pattern outside of how many pattern pieces this pattern is for. 21 pieces is a killer. But I noticed that here recently, Mimi G does not have that many pattern pieces in her patterns now. But if you go back to like 2016, 2017, it was a lot of pattern pieces, but I did want to do patterns from way back when, because we collect all these new patterns, but we don't sew the old ones. So I'm trying to get into sewing those old ones as well as the new ones as they come out. But that's the only dislike that I have for this pattern. Everything else was nothing but love. All right, so now I do want to talk about first time experiences. I don't have any first time experiences whatsoever. Would I sew it again? Yes, I would. But I want to get into one thing. So one thing that, it's not a dislike for the pattern, it's something that I did. So if you looked at my Instagram stories last week, I showed you a video of how I took a caftan that I don't wear. I can't stand the pattern. I'm not going to tell you what pattern it is simply because I don't remember. Okay, so I took the caftan. I decided that I was going to repurpose this caftan and use it as my lining. Guess what? I cut everything out and needed one more pattern piece or one more scrap of fabric for the front lining. I didn't have enough, so I had to scratch that, go to my stash and find a fabric that had enough fabric in it. Okay, and that's how this fabric right here came about. Now, you should have seen this Wednesday when I posted the dress, and y'all, I think it was a reason why it was not enough fabric for that caftan. Okay, I think it was just meant for me to use this fabric for this jacket, this fabric for the lining of this jacket. You can't tell me nothing, honey. You can't tell me nothing. But I do love this jacket to the T, okay? And I think that pairing with the dress and this jacket made all the bit of difference, even though I like all the looks, okay? All the looks was fire. It was amazing. All right, recommendation. Would I recommend this pattern to others? Absolutely. This is, okay, so I'm gonna recommend it to my easy, for the easy. I won't recommend it for my beginners, but I'm going to recommend it to my intermediate. So if you are a beginner and you want to sew this pattern, I highly advise you to look at Mimi G's tutorial. However, I will also advise you that when you get to the pants and you do a fly front, you're not going to understand it if you're a beginner. So I would say take your time. Don't try to get this jacket done in a day or two, because I'm here to tell you, you can get it done in a day or two, but when it comes to that lining and hand stitching that lining to the bottom, baby, it's not as easy. All right, my pattern rating. So I am going to give this jacket and the pants a 5 out of 5. Y'all, I'm sewing it again. I already have the fabric. I'm gonna do it again in a solid, but then I also have this fire and card print that I want to do for this 2-piece. It's in my stash. When y'all see it, you're gonna be like, she did say that she wanted to do it in an card print. But yes, I love this, a 5 out of 5. Well, you guys, I want to give a shout out to my photographer who took my photos during, listen, you guys, this was a fun photo shoot. I'm gonna put up some of the silly photos as well at the end of this video, but I want to give a shout out to my girl Tenisha, yes, at Craft Money. She took all of my photos. She is a neighbor and she's also a sewist as well. She's learning to sew, but she's still one of the sewists. So if you have not seen her page on Instagram, go to her page at Craft Money. I'll put it in the description box below and on the screen so you can go and show her some love and subscribe and follow her on Instagram as well. So now that I talked about the entire pattern review for Simplicity 8749, let's talk about the other patterns that I used in order to build this collection. So I did 3 tops. So I did a white tee, which is what I'm wearing right now, what I have on, right? And then I did a black knit top with that pattern number was McCall 7635. And then I did a cami, and that cami pattern was Simplicity 1366, which I actually made during #SewMaxi for Mother's Day, hosted by Crumpet Tea and Sewing, as well as Crystal Sews and Stuff last year in 2021. So I just pulled it back out because guess what? I wear my stuff. Okay. All right. So those are the 3 tops that I did. And then I did 1 dress. So the dress that I did was part of the dress series. That dress is McCall 8034, which was the fitted dress, which I think was dress number 6, I believe. I'll put it up on the screen for that dress. Okay. When I actually created it way back in, I think, June time frame of this year. I'll put it up on the screen so you are aware. But that is McCall 8034. I also did a skirt. That skirt pattern is New Look 6516, also part of #SewMaxi from Mother's Day as well from 2021, when I did the cami and the tiered skirt was part of that for SewMaxi for Mother's Day. And then the 2 pairs of pants. Okay, so I just basically paired it with some blue jeans because it's easy to pair anything with blue jeans, right? And then of course the pants is part of Simplicity 8749. So Sarah and we decided that we will use at least 3 patterns in order to build this lookbook. If you have not done so already, make sure you go over to Sarah on Instagram at Learning So Much in order to see all of her looks, and also go to her website, which I'll put in the description box below, as well as on the screen, so you will not miss what she created and the patterns that she used for her lookbook. Also, you may be interested in all of the patterns that we put together for our lookbook. I will put all the patterns that I use in the description box below as well. All right, that's it for the video. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on the notification bell so you are notified every time I upload a new video. So I'll catch you in the next video, and as always, keep sewing.
Where's Da Vinci? Working a 9 to 5, I had to go and feed the guys. Nobody did it right, I had to show them how to grind. I had to beat the odds.